We are out garage selling today with the family, looking for some good finds. I gotta post you on Facebook. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good morning. Apparently I can't talk. It is tour. Okay, you can watch where we're going. You don't have to watch me do this. Way less.
Winning, so.
I know I look like I'm zoning.
I'm having an allergy day and my medicines haven't quite kicked in yet. So we're driving around Derby right now. There's supposedly a couple garage sales up here. I'm gonna probably take us to lower income area today because people at my booths at the flea market are telling me that's where they're finding their best stuff. So we'll go check that area. But gotta check over here first.
We already went to one garage sale this morning, and Peyton found a couple of hair bows. She was very excited about that.
Yes, they're from a YouTuber apparently. What was the YouTuber? 2 out of 3 of them are from a YouTuber. What's the YouTuber's name?
Jojo Siwa.
Want to say that again so I can hear it?
Sorry, I can't talk today.
You're gonna have-
Her name is Jojo Siwa.
Siwa?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is.
Jojo Siwa. So she was excited about that.
And January's
They're big bows for $1 a pop, so she's excited.
Oh yeah. She's gonna show you the bows.
I can't reach that.
You're good. They can hold it up. Just hold it up. They can see. Right there. They can see it right there.
It's all sparkly and colorful.
Yeah.
Makes her happy.
Okay, it told me to go this way, so hopefully this is actually open.
All right, and we're back. So you can see where we're driving down this wonderful road here.
I see the sign.
Don't mind me.
Too bad looking.
Almost got this loaded to Facebook and everybody. Sorry.
Alright, we're gonna go check it out. Be right back. Hopefully it doesn't drop out.
I saw the sign. I don't know what's the song.
And we're back. Well, they were way too high on their stuff. Very proud of it. They were trying to sell on the game side. Games were $5, $10, $20 a pop for DS games, and none of them were even iCarly and that kind of stuff. And then they had empty boxes for DSi XLs, and they were the refurbished boxes, and they were trying to sell those.
Just the boxes.
So, interesting people.
The gaming systems weren't even in it. It was literally just the boxes.
Yeah.
And the manuals.
And the manuals.
The manuals, yeah. I guess the manuals are okay, but seriously?
That's just weird.
Put them out on display prominently, too, like they were a big thing. Interesting. To the next one. They can have fun trying to sell that stuff. Somebody will be suckered in.
Sure. Somebody will think that it's actually in the box and buy it, and then go home and realize it's not in the box.
Because one of the boxes, I was taking it apart because it looked like maybe it was actually in there, and the guy finally said they're just empty boxes. And it's just like, okay. Now, I can understand if it's like an empty box for a Super Nintendo or something like that, if it had all the parts in there and stuff, that's one thing. But this was a refurbished box for a DSi XL. It wasn't like it doesn't have any graphics. It's just a white box that says DSi XL. It's what Nintendo sends out when you buy it directly from them on a refurb. Nobody wants those for collectability. They want the graphics and stuff on it. So.
It was just odd.
That it was.
They had a lot of liquor bottles, too.
Yeah, they were definitely hot, heavy drinkers. It cracks me up when I go to garage sales and I see like rows of liquor bottles and they're selling them for the crafters. But the thing is where did they get those liquor bottles? They had to drink a lot to get those.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few wine, but there's a lot of liquor bottles.
I will admit that, wine bottles especially are great for crafting. I'm not sure that the other liquor bottles that were being sold would be necessarily used for crafting, but yeah, you can make a lot of things out of wine bottles. I've seen it, but Jack bottles, gin bottles.
Just shows you got an alcohol problem.
Cuervo bottles.
When you got 40 of them in a row.
Yeah, it's questionable.
Unless you were, yes, but.
Or maybe you bought them, but again, just makes me question. Not judging, just questioning.
Or maybe they just threw tons of parties.
Still,
I mean, that's a lot of liquor.
a lot of liquor. Could be.
Yeah.
Just odd.
Just like
Could be.
That would still be a lot of liquor if it's 40 bottles of Jack. Although I guess I know people that would do that. Here's a pug out by himself. I think it's a pug. No, it's not a pug.
It's a puppy dog.
I don't like to see little dogs walking by busy streets. Makes me want to take them home. But we have our own little army right now as it is. Although I saw an article today on Reddit where a video clip on Reddit of a guy who adopted 45 dogs and let them loose on his enclosed property. And it was just a video of them running into his yard for the first time. He had all kinds of doggies.
That's a lot of doggies.
Yeah, if I had the money and the space, I'd probably do something like that.
Make an animal sanctuary.
Basically is what he's doing, yeah. Somewhere where they can just enjoy their life.
That's a lot of doggies.
Mm-hmm. They'd be fine.
A lot of kibble.
Yeah. If you got the money though, it's not that bad.
Not judging. That's a lot of dogs. We'd need more beds.
Yeah. Yeah, we have 4 dogs. Great Dane Labrador, or it's called a Labrador. It's a Great Dane and Labrador Retriever mix. He's a pretty good sized dog. He's not as big as your normal Great Dane, but he's good size. Then we've got a Dachshund Basset Hound mix, and she's just a mess. And then we've got a Toy Fox Terrier. She's an old lady. She likes to yell and scream at the other ones. And that was 8 months now? 7, 8 months? 8 months.
Yeah.
Ish. He's a holy terror because he's a puppy.
He'll be 1 in December, and he is a hot mess.
Yeah. He's and so 3 of them sleep with us. They let us have a little room once in a while, especially on my side. They like to crowd me. I'm used to it though, because I've had dogs ever since I moved out of my parents' house, and they've always been the ones to take up the bed. The smallest dogs are the ones that take up the most room.
Yeah. The terrier sleeps with Malachi, and I'm pretty sure that he gets a little bit of bed sometimes too.
Yeah.
She steals his covers and his pillows, and
I've grown accustomed to sleeping on the very edge of the bed. It almost feels weird not to.
I've given Rain her own little place, so she gets to sleep in one little spot all of her own.
does she stay there?
No,
Okay then.
And she's not satisfied with that spot.
Stupid train.
She's thinking you need to be in that little spot.
sometimes she stays there, but most of the time she's laying right at the basement staring at me.
Yep, that sounds like Rain.
Creepy.
Yeah. Our youngest dog likes to in the mornings when he gets up, not when we get up. When he gets up, he likes to come and lick me in the face to see what.
Yeah.
He lays his head on my face so I can't breathe. You know, that kind of stuff. Good for him.
And then Hugo, our big boy, he likes to get up on the bed in the morning and stand there and give you a bath. Because his licks are a little bigger. That's the only way to put
And
it.
his tongue feels weird.
Yes, it does.
Tongue feels weird.
So our beagle has skin issues apparently, and so I've been giving him fish oil pills. I don't know if it's helping yet or not, but he's decided he really likes them. At first I was having to cut them open and kind of put it on the. Now all of them are doing it. I did that. That's the equivalent of equivalent to Fruit Gushers. It's the doggy version of Fruit Gushers, and it's just fish flavored, and they really like it. So I just give them big pills. They get 1,000 milligrams each, and our littlest one's taking like 3 at a time. Ought to be good for his skin, but so far he's still pretty itchy. So hopefully it'll help, because that kind of oil is supposed to be really good for their skin.
Without making
And we need to get more too. We ran out today. So
Dollar Tree has it.
yeah.
Just need to do it.
If not, I don't know what we're gonna do for his little belly, because he chews it, and he sounds like a gremlin when he's doing it.
Oh my lord.
You gave him a teething toy whenever he starts doing
Well, that's not why he's doing that though. It's not that he's teething; it's that he's itchy. And I got hot spot stuff that I can put on there, and it does help, but he does not like it.
No, he frolics around randomly and rubs on everything possible, like a weirdo.
Hugo frolics.
Last night, you should have seen them last night. Oh my word.
The beagle and the Labradane were playing as hard as they could before bed, running all over the place. It's
That's
pretty
what I heard
hilarious.
last night.
Yeah.
What you heard was Hugo running around in our bedroom.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, Hugo was running, like full pace running in our room,
yeah.
which there's not much room to do that.
It's
And
about 4 steps for him.
yeah, and he was chasing Watson, or Watson was chasing him, whichever way you want to look at that. And they both slept really good last night, though. I think that I've concluded that Hugo does that so the puppy will sleep.
Because he gets tired of him getting
Because
upset.
he gets tired of him getting up in the middle of the night and playing randomly. So Hugo's figured it out that if he wears out the puppy right before bed, puppy will sleep. It's just interesting to watch, needless to say.
So we're heading into the Oaklawn area, which is the south side of Wichita. It's old military base housing from 50s-ish. So that once again, Wichita is the air capital, and back in the 50s and stuff, it was very big for, you know, migrant workers and things like that. And this was housing. This probably was World War II housing.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in a couple of them when I was a kid. It's not the best neighborhood in the world, that's for sure. It's very low income. But last weekend we went to a garage sale. Actually went to it twice and found a couple little things. And actually tomorrow I'm going to go to a garage sale up here that has a 5-foot tall Ninja Turtle.
Sweet.
And I want to see if I can get them down on the price, because that would be cool at the booth. It's pretty neat.
It's 5 feet tall.
5 feet tall from the looks
That's
of it.
literally like
If not,
Malachi's
if it's
height.
not 5 feet tall, it's at least 4.5 feet tall. It's big.
He's taller than me.
Yeah.
Like, just
I'm 5'4"-ish, so that means it's almost as tall as I am, and that's just crazy to me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hit them up first thing tomorrow and see if I can get it cheap. They want 125, but it says their best offer. I'm thinking if I get there with 80 cash, they might take it. And it's not something I'm gonna sell. I think it's just one of those draw people in type things. Set them outside my booth in the
Give
morning.
him a sign.
Yeah. Well, he's yeah, he can definitely
You know,
hold a
like
sign,
hold
yeah.
a sign that says something.
And we can have kids take pictures with him because he's full
Sure.
size. Because Ninja Turtles were, well, I guess it depends on which version you watched. They weren't necessarily tall.
No.
So,
Is Michelangelo.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
He says
Michelangelo says you need to come visit the flea market. And we can give reference to height of how big it is.
Too.
I just think it'd be a good reference point, you know, because they know that you're not small,
Yard sale.
so we can always put you next to it.
Awesome. I just got $900.
Good job, Peyton.
I'm
If only it was real.
How?
It's not real money, guys. What game are you playing? Crossy Roads.
I got 40 coins.
Aww.
Different level, maybe.
Oh, you got
I see a sign
Yeah, that's
right
probably
there. See this itty bitty sign? Itty bitty
it.
sign.
Right there, right in front of us.
Don't
there.
do that.
Make them big so we can see them.
It's irritating. I understand you're trying to save resources, but really, come on now.
Because I don't even know if that's the right sign. It looks a little faded. Because those green kind of blend in.
I'm thinking that was
I
not
don't
an
think that was
active.
it. Okay. Let's go around here. When did they put a park thing back here? Oh, I guess that's been there for a while.
I don't know. Cool.
There's a park?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like soccer and that type of stuff, I think.
Cool.
It
Whee!
used to be a friend of mine's property over there.
Ah.
That was the property we went through right after the Andover tornado and found half of the VW bug in the tree.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
I still kind of wonder if that was somebody's hunting thing, though. The more I think of it over the years, somebody may have put it up there because it had the seats and they were using it to hunt deer.
That could be. Be a good
But
deer
it was
stand.
just odd because it was like right after, and they had talked about debris all over the EF series, but the equivalent of an EF5. Very powerful.
90?
91, something like that.
That's what I thought.
It was big. I just remember that. We were moving that day, and I just remember how humid
There's
and
one right there.
how did I miss that? It was here where the sign was.
That's one of the different garage sale though. Looks like a lot of clothes and fish stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything. It's a lot of
Little
that
kid
we
stuff.
find.
Yeah.
yeah, little kid stuff, absolutely.
It always makes sense. It's just not what I look for, obviously.
That's the reason I don't do garage sales myself. I don't have the patience to go through and nickel and dime everything and put $1 here and $1 there. And
Yeah, when we moved back up to Derby, we were planning on doing one. And I realized I didn't want to waste a whole weekend just sitting there. And so we just donated it all.
we donated to a church up the street.
And they-
Peyton's 4th grade teacher goes to the church, and they needed supplies for mission for the kids camp or something. Needed everything we had that we didn't need to them, and
They did well.
yeah, they were able to send all the kids to camp this summer with whatever you want to call it, rummage sale that they did.
And I went to the rummage
well
sale
worth
out of
it.
curiosity, and 95% of the stuff that was there was ours. So,
So we did something good, which is, I mean, if we weren't going to sell it, at least we know it went somewhere good
yeah.
to benefit somebody. Usually we end up donating our clothes to either Goodwill or one of those, and I just don't have the patience.
Yeah. I want to go rummage through other people's stuff. I don't want to bother selling mine.
Yeah,
Not at a garage sale setting.
I just don't. Unless it's, I mean, if it's worth selling, we might put it on, eBay or Craigslist or something, but
Yeah, because you're going to do better on it that way anyway.
yeah. Clothing wise, though, I mean, I don't have patience for that.
If I do get by the flea market today, Malachi, remind me to see if I got Twilight Princess. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. The guy was asking me about it and how much it was. I told him I had to check to make sure I actually had it. That's the thing. I think it's Wii, but it could be Game Boy or GameCube. And he didn't say which one he was looking for. So, we shall see. All right, we're going to a garage sale in a mobile home park.
This is unique.
Sometimes I find interesting things in these mobile home parks.
Mobile.
Favorite thing.
Ow! Why are there so many speakers?
Because this is a long strip, and if you didn't, they'd drag race through here.
These people are ignorant.
A fairly clean little mobile home park.
Don't see this very often.
Well maintained.
They even have grass.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, there's stuff back there. Okay. We're gonna have to turn around here and get to this garage sale. It kind of snuck up on me. It's dragging in the car now.
There's something underneath that's been dragging for a long time.
Not sure what we'll find, but we'll find something, hopefully. Right back.
Wrong number. We'll be back. Attic over there.
Has done that to me in stores. I come over and he's $5 bill.
She didn't hear what you said. She was asking, she didn't hear what you said.
What's the difference?
Finding money on the ground, like you just did. Okay, so
I
I'm gonna flip this up.
$10 bill.
You did one time, I remember.
It's okay.
You have to give it a second.
It didn't act like it. Okay, so we didn't find too much major there. Malachi pulled what I call a Jeff move. He's walking around, he calls me over, and his foot is on a wad of money. So I just took it up to the guy and gave it to him because I'm sure it was just his. I found a old Camel Zippo lighter. I didn't even realize it was Camel until I was buying it from him.
Oh, cool.
Brass. Some of these are worth some good money. It's in good shape. And then I got a couple USB drives. You never know what's on these. And this is a 2 gig. I can't see what the other one is. If it's in the right time period, you never know. There could be Bitcoin on these. So I always buy that kind of stuff just out of curiosity. So you gonna look it up or?
Let's look at it.
Oh, okay, might as well look it up. So that's what we found. Couple bucks spent.
Put
No
it
big
in this
deal.
one. Set up over that thing down there. Here, that's it.
So those will be curiosities. If I find anything on those, I'll have to let you know what I find. I have found very interesting things on flash drives and micro SD cards and stuff that I found on the ground. People really need to pay attention to what they put on their cards. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, but yeah, we've talked about that. I know what you're talking about.
Found some crazy stuff. I have a lot of USB drives, and a lot of them are finds. Things that I found or found at garage sales and stuff, and it's just funny to see what kind of stuff are on them. Something I found very interesting. I'm not going to mention the site because I want to give away my. Well, it doesn't matter. This is a video. Shopgoodwill.com. Interesting place to find stuff. One of the interesting things I've been seeing on there lately is micro SD cards. They'll put them in a lot of like 15, and they're nothing special, nothing size-wise and stuff, just normal size or small size actually, and they're going for $150, $200. Makes me wonder what people are looking for that they're finding that's making it worth that kind of money.
The jewelry stuff, especially.
Well, yeah, the jewelry stuff, but the micro SD cards.
Oh,
That's very specific. There's something about those that they're looking for, well, software-wise or file-wise. I don't know if they're trying to steal people's IDs. I get no information. I wipe it. I'm just curious. But they're finding something on those cards making it worth their money.
but you'd be surprised at how much information people leave on flash drive
Oh, yeah.
that they sell,
Oh, yeah.
including social security numbers, bank accounts.
I buy
Any
old
of that
phones and
stuff.
stuff a lot of times from garage sales for a couple bucks a pop, and there'll be micro SD cards in those. Of course, I'll check them because I'm going to use those cards for stuff. But yeah, you'll find pictures where they've taken pictures of their ID card and stuff. So it makes me wonder if that's what people are thinking. They're going to go on there and find ID cards and steal their IDs. I don't know, but it's just interesting because every time I see a lot of those on there, it gets up to $150, $200, and they're like 2 gig cards and stuff like that. So they're not big. It really cracks me up when I buy an old phone and I find like a 32 or a 64 gig card in them, because those are worth more than the phones.
Sorry, I have to shade from the sun because it's reflecting on my phone. I can't read my phone.
She's being a teenager on her phone again.
You told me to look it up.
Oh. I didn't know what you were doing. I couldn't see what you were doing.
I'm looking it up like you told me to. Not
You put
being
in
a
like
teenager.
Camel Zippo brass or something like that.
I'm trying to figure out what it is.
But it was an actual Zippo brand too, so that does make it better.
Ugh,
I paid $1 for it, so it's
I
a big deal.
can't read.
When I was gonna buy it, I just thought it was a brass Zippo. I thought, oh, that's not bad. Grab it. I smoke a pipe once in a while. That's what, been almost 2
Love the
years
smell
now.
of it.
And I have a Zippo that has the cutout for using on your pipe, but it's black, so I can always switch out the body of that if I wanted to.
It's proving to be more difficult
Well, we can find it later.
than anticipated.
I'm sure it's one of those where you had to use the Camel bucks to buy it or something like that.
There's a lot of Camel edges on there. Funny enough, you know. I could take my sunglasses off if I see this a lot better.
Probably.
It's a lot more difficult to find than I anticipated. It's going in a new home for now, for safety purposes. You can watch where we're going. I feel weird when you watch me. Watch the road.
This is South Hydraulic. We're heading into kind of the Midtown area. Looks like there might be something up here. Nope, that's not the bed bug sign.
We don't want those.
Yeah.
They can keep them.
Another lower income area right here. Nope, there was a garage sale sign back there. So we will cut through. Are you sniffly back there, Malachi? Oh, it's like you were sniffing.
Yeah, I heard you sniffle.
Something in
Records we
my
found.
records.
Yes. Sniffling ever since. That's an awesome little van there for a post office.
Large bay.
Not bad.
Hello. We shall see here in a moment. I used to work work for the school up here. I did their IT.
I see clothing and shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. We don't need clothing.
Hispanic garage sales. Nothing against them at all. It's always clothing. I mean, lots and lots
have
of
to go
clothing.
left. That one right there.
Huh. That's weird. This is where I worked for the school district here in Wichita, and she did too. And that was the school that she worked at, and I was helping with what was called principal stat. We were helping the principals try to make improvements in their schools, and so I would meet with them and take notes of what they had to say and stuff. And bring it back, and we'd figure out what we were doing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the charging cords. I just realized something. Where
Maybe
they
that.
at? Were they in your floor page? Huh?
Just wondering what the noise was.
I think it was Peyton. Can you reach them? Or do we need to wait? I just need one. That
Okay.
plug it in while it runs. That way it stays mostly charged. You're fine.
I can't give her one.
Got it? Sorry. I'll go back here in a minute here. I would think that's gonna work.
Powered.
I would think.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Oh, must have been plugged in back.
Yellow slug bug.
It doesn't count because that's the less common kind.
No,
Careful of
we
it.
already talked about that.
I already called her.
Yeah, because she called one, so you justified it, so it counts. It's a Haha, you overruled yourself. Malachi is known for making up rules about Slugbug. You know, he started the game of Slugbug and then he decided to start modifying the rules as he played. So he's got some very strange rules.
Well, you go along
Yeah,
with it.
So I should actually was charging.
You go along
It's hard to
with
tell
it,
sometimes.
so you know better.
It's not in your way, is it?
Mm-mm.
The cord? Okay. Figure that way at least. It's at 33%. So, may stream a little bit longer this way. As long as the car's running, it'll charge.
There's some signs in
Oh, it is. That hurt. That drove that. It is Thursday, so hopefully.
it. Yeah,
Yard
gotta get to
sale.
the right spot. Oh.
I can't tell where it was.
Yeah, I was going under Mount Vernon to go up and down that because a lot of times there's stuff on
We're gonna have to stop though. Taking up all the room with our big old truck.
it.
What they
Fixing something.
doing?
Fixing something. Drainage or something.
Yellow Slug.
I think that's the one I just called. Because they're still on the car.
I didn't see it. She looks dead.
She pulled over to die.
I guess. I mean, you know, you start. That sounded painful.
Sorry about that.
Sorry. I'm gonna wait. Let's try this again. It's because it needs to go just a little bit smaller. There we go. Yeah, it's more stable. We're back. Hit a bump, the phone fell. And then it turned you off. And then it did a whole bunch of other random stuff. But we're back. Sorry about
Red slug bug.
Where?
over there. Right there.
It doesn't count because it's next to a RV.
You're full of it.
Alright, got a sign here. Made it out of a t-shirt.
What if it works?
Yep.
That is a tank top.
Whatever. It's t-shirt material, which makes it a t-shirt.
But it's also a tank top material, so that makes it a tank top.
A lot of clothes.
Yeah, there's some other stuff there though. Although this looks like it might be one of those where they've been stealing stuff. I'm seeing a lot of the exact same stuff. We shall see. Alright, we're gonna go to this oddball
Yeah.
garage sale. Yeah, nothing much there. Thought I saw some Skylanders. Yeah, I saw some Skylanders in the tub. Found one, but it wasn't worth worrying about.
Thank you.
Skylanders are kind of a dead thing, but they're kind of selling all right at the flea market. So trying to keep a few in stock for people to look through.
She's very pregnant.
You what?
I should have brought red shirts. I see my game to play
Okay, well, you keep an eye out for one.
Should have brought red shirts.
I heard you.
What's red shirts?
I don't know if that's one we could play while we're driving around. I haven't looked at that close. Oh, been around it again. It's not.
I hate summer colds.
Yeah,
Summer allergies.
Yeah, it's just allergies.
Summer drainage. Summer anything. I hate summer in general. It is my least favorite season ever. My favorite season? Yeah, it's fall.
Why is it fall?
Because the weather cools down
Pumpkin spice.
and I like Halloween. And I like the temperatures. And I like that we can leave the windows open. I like when the leaves change. I like the colors. I like everything about fall. And I like pumpkin. I do like pumpkin spice. But I can have pumpkin spice all year. Just put that out there.
They don't act like it. They act like it's a special thing.
No, I can have it all year round. If you buy the right products. Like my coffee for my Keurig is pumpkin.
Like the tubs of ice cream.
They do. They do bring out more pumpkin stuff in the fall though, like cookies and candies and certain types of, like at Starbucks you can get pumpkin spice at Starbucks in the fall. You can't get it any other time. Which I think is stupid. Because pumpkin spice is good all year round. Ooh yeah. Cinnamon. You're ringing.
Why did it say moto? My phone said something. I don't know why it did.
Because your phone's a Motorola.
I know, but that wasn't my normal ringer. Somebody from Florida is trying to say hi. Probably a scammer. He usually is.
It went hello Moto.
I know it did. But that's what I'm saying. It's not my normal ringer around there. That's reboot every night, walking up.
That's my kind of mowing right there. Man. That's cheating.
Yeah. It's a hard rebooted. That's why I don't want you to use it, because I think something's getting funky on it now. I'm going to uninstall that game too. It's too expensive just to be used for Fortnite.
Well, now she has the ability to use the other.
We have 3 gaming computers with 4K monitors on them. And I'm talking 50-inch 4K monitors. Yeah, that's interesting.
Cat.
They play Fortnite and all that junk, and Freddy, Five Nights at Freddy's apparently. We need to put that on the other computer for you. I think all you have to do is go on Steam and click on it and it'll download.
You have to find a way to get my profile on that switch.
It can be done. Calm down.
Okay, where's some freaking garage sales? What the heck, man?
Don't know.
That's where I hung out when I was a kid. At Lloyd's Electronics.
Did you just call it Lloyd's?
Yes.
You're a weirdo.
Well, it's 2 L's.
That's how it's spelled.
So is there, if it's 2 L's at the end of a word, like hall, is that halala?
Yes, it is.
It's hollow. Wait, no.
Hollow.
Slug bug.
Hollow.
Green.
Hello.
Hollow.
It doesn't count because it's old.
Slug
No,
bug
it counts.
blue.
I'm a judge. You're
It
not.
doesn't count because it's not.
I'm a judge. It does
That's
count
disastrous.
If I say so, 'cause I'm a judge.
What happened?
There's the pawn shop where Jethro works. We couldn't stop and say hi to Jethro.
They tell him I pointed Jeff.
Yeah, he pulled a Jeff move.
Wait. He works at that place?
Yeah, he left Walmart finally. He's officially quit.
Good. Well, you said he went on the schedule.
Slug bug black, slug bug blue, slug bug silver,
Purple.
slug bug purple,
It's a pretty color purple.
It doesn't count.
green, red,
Oh, no, it
blue,
does.
silver, black.
I say it counts. Mom says it counts, right?
Yep.
We're judges. No, we're
No, I
judges.
didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
What did I call black? What would I call it? You think talk about the black? There was 2 blacks there.
Nope, there's one.
There was 2.
I saw two.
I saw two.
I saw one.
Now, if I saw three,
I saw one.
You're gonna get really hard punches for these.
Guys, he gets double.
Why?
Because I'm a judge and I said so. And you're cheating.
We had to initiate judges because of his rules that he's coming up with.
And they never take my side, so
Yeah, because you're
it's
cheating.
like, why would
If you
the
stuck
judges-
to the rules, maybe they would.
Fine, let's just go back to the regular rules.
Well, it's called like 10.
And I said,
Were there unregular rules or just the ones you made up?
just the ones I made up.
Okay, then we should have been in the regular rules to begin with. This wouldn't be a problem. We wouldn't have needed judges. We would have been playing the game right the first time.
We started off like that for about.
It's red, babe.
a month.
Oh, shoot.
Oh,
Barely. It was turning when I did it. Okay, so 719. So it's up here, West. I didn't even know.
I didn't even know the street existed.
Oh, because of the bridge and stuff?
Well,
Or downtown, whatever.
yeah, all the crap they've done down here. I've been down the street for a long time. Yep. That's where we used to take all of the
That's a
paper
non-stop
recycling
bus.
for,
There's a lot of
Scouts.
stoplights. Good lord.
it's not paper recycling anymore.
Hey, there's interest.
No way. You know, that ought to be coming up for renewal where they could change the name soon.
Really?
It was
hate
only a
the name.
5-year. It was only a 5-year contract.
I hate the name. It's stupid.
I guess this must be the sale. This might be an interesting one if it's actually full of crap.
Garage sale.
Well,
There's a whole bunch of chairs in front.
yeah, we'll go check it though. You never know. This is a garage sale in an industrial area. I was hoping it would be like a warehouse full of stuff, but it doesn't look like it. We'll see.
Back.
we're back. I don't know why I'm on you like that again, but nothing special at that garage sale. Can't turn the car on yet because they're outside playing with the hair. So
You can turn the car on.
no, I can't because she's outside the car with the dongle, and hers is very specific.
Mom, can you put your purse in the car?
There you go. What? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, she wanted to wear a bow and it didn't really come out in the car, so it's very difficult to do in the car. We're back. Did you flip it back around?
It stopped.
Oh.
So not sure why, but yeah, it was on the lock screen.
Oh.
That's all right.
Maybe it realized we weren't moving.
Well, we're plugged
There's a
in right now,
skateboard
so
on-
yeah, skate park's right there. Yeah.
Cool.
What?
Please
What?
yes. Could use a space.
Yeah, that shaded so you can go there all.
I wonder if the area has the buildings.
Could
Interference.
be.
Oh, this is about to die, that's why.
So that's the Trust Arena. City did a vote on that about 10 years ago now,
I don't even know.
and it won by a slow renovation. They built this thing with no parking, no real plan. It seats about 17,000. And then after it was completed, I went up to Nebraska, Omaha, and I saw what they did for 17 million. And they got a museum, a parking garage, and I don't think the casino had anything to do with it, but there's a casino next to it for 17 million. So then the city sold the rights to the name of the big bank around here for I think $10 million for a 5-year thing. Yeah, so they're well past that. So the good old boy has pocketed a lot of money. Slowly the area has gotten better as they've done it, but they did it back assward as usual. There's now some parking in the area, but not much. The most wonderful thing about it is that the work release program is right outside the front doors of the building. So yeah, it's entertaining. But the thing that really irks me the most, even though yeah, we know that they taxpayer money to build this thing, they also took that $10 million that was supposed to go to the Kansas Coliseum, and they gave the Kansas Coliseum to a family here in town called the Stevens, who run restaurants and gyms and stuff, but they're pretty slimy.
Car lots.
Car lots, yeah. They on a regular basis seem to have fires at their buildings right when their buildings need to get renovated. Yeah, they just gave it to them, even though they'd committed that money to renovating that building. And the Kansas Coliseum also had these pavilions that they did flea markets and stuff out of, and they promised that they would keep that going for people. And yeah, this year they kicked them out, and now they're basically handing over the Greyhound Park that happens to be out there at the Stevens, and Ruffin, who is a casino owner, so he knows a little bit about it. But yeah, just the good old boys around here kind of taking care of their buddies. So that $10 million, who knows where that went? But that was supposed to be for that and never got used. Who knows what happened?
Oh, it got used.
Yeah, it got used for something. Somebody's probably got themselves a nice house out of it or something. But yeah, this city's got issues. They'll act like that's not true, but when you look at those numbers and know that it just barely passed to start with, and they can't keep the arena about the same size. What I heard theirs was right around the $20 million area as well, and they have parking garages and all kinds of stuff around it. So yeah, $200 million, and they can't fill it. They don't try. I mean, they've got the same management company as they do in Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and Kansas City, but they can't fill our seats because the city has never supported anything, and so we can't get good acts. So it just sits there. And I'm not a country fan, so of course there's all kinds of country shows, but from what I hear, those country shows don't even get close to selling out either. We're fans of Dave Matthews Band, and I went and watched them there, and they did sell out. But it was such a crappy crowd that Dave Matthews usually does encores and stuff, he basically did one song and walked off, and he's never come back again.
Well, and didn't
So-
they, the same day, we bought tickets way ahead of time, but didn't they sell tickets a day up for like $5 a ticket
Yeah.
to fill the theater?
Yeah,
And people that bought tickets that day had better seats than we
yeah,
did.
yeah. Pulled a lot of crap like that.
It was ridiculous. I mean, like people that bought tickets literally the day of, like an hour before the concert,
Yeah.
had seats that were closer to the stage or closer to the floor, way better than what we had.
Yeah,
way
they
better.
paper the place a lot, because I went to a wrestling thing there one time, bought tickets before the show, got in there and was by myself, was just going for the fun of it, and was sitting there, and suddenly the whole area starts to fill in, and tickets outside because they wanted to fill it up. So, and I was sitting there I just paid my money for it.
I mean, that is our luck, but that we'd have to pay for it. Nobody else would. But it's just very sleazy and scammy, and, in my opinion, poorly done.
Now, we haven't lived here too long this time around, but this I used to live in this area. We're driving, and right up here in front of us, there's in and stuff. That's really, they think it makes a charming little area, but really it's killing the spirit of what this area was like before. It's just there'll be a Starbucks there and all that kind of crap. Been here forever. We'll just disappear, as usual. And it'll be too expensive for people to live in, which this is the edge of what's called College Hill. It was already expensive. It'll go up 3 or 4 times from this, because gentrification, that's what it's for, to push out the people who can't afford it. They can say all they want. That's not what it's for, but that's what it's about.
It's just sad. I mean, you are seeing more of the hipsters, things what we refer to them as, coming in to areas that they weren't in before, and kind of helping with some of that progress. But yeah, it's just sad what it's come down to.
Yeah. I like the old school stuff, like the old stores and things that they're around, but it's like 15 years ago, I went to Lawrence, Kansas. I went to Lawrence, Kansas for the Massachusetts Boulevard, and it was nothing but record stores, restaurants, and things like that. And I loved that town. Told myself if I ever had to retire in Kansas, I'd probably retire in Lawrence. I went several times, and then I didn't go for another 10 years. And then when I went back to that 10 years later, that whole street had turned into nothing but the Buckle and Starbucks and all that kind of stuff. And there was only 2 record stores in the entire place. Last time I was up there was 1. And this is a period right now where record stores are huge. So I'm hoping that's turned around a bit, but it was just very sad. Because that was, it's a college town.
Yeah.
Now it's getting to be a college town where nobody can afford to live there.
Yeah, being a college town, you would think that it would have things that were college appropriate, but now it's more big business and nobody gives a shit. But we'll be back. Bless you. Sit.
much there except for an albino gorilla who needs a walker. Ugh.
Can you get out with the way the car is parked behind you so damn close?
I'll make it.
Just saying, they're extremely close.
Yeah, just come flying through there. Hi, how are you?
People irritate me. Their ignorance.
Allergies. Spent a lot of time in this area as a teenager. College Hill Park was a very fun place to just kind of hang out. Yeah, and there's the construction of these condos and stuff to make this place feel like every other little city, or excuse me, big city. It'll be crowded and hard to around here soon, and it's a shame because we got things like Clifton Square filled up with another, you know, there's 2 blocks between those 2 places, so you gotta have another Starbucks down there. There's a little mini donuts restaurant, that's new. Seen that. There's the Church of Scientology right there. We've had people like John Travolta and Kirstie Alley come hang out there. It looks like they've got their own apps on the App Store now.
What is Scientology?
Scam. It's a way to steal money from people.
Is it like Peter's religion he made up?
I don't remember exactly, but probably. This was definitely made up. 337 North Quinton. Okay, I'm gonna spin around here. Catholic school, if I remember right. Oh, allergies. Sucking to death. So this is called College Hill. It's a very pretty area. It's not like the corporate housing crap that a lot of people are living in nowadays. This is the old school stuff built to last. There's some really cool houses around here. I've gone to a lot of crap. They're old and they're meant to last forever. And what's one artist? What?
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah, Frank Lloyd Wright. There's a Frank Lloyd Wright house down here. He also designed our library, which they're going to tear down now because they made some modern monstrosity. I'm sorry, they should have found a use for it if they were going to. I mean, I'm all for the new library because it needed it, but at the same time, that's an amazing building. A lot of brick down here. Okay, we got a garage sale in the back here. Can't see much, so we're gonna go check it out.
Which library did he build?
The one downtown.
The
main
downtown
library. Oops. Can you get out there?
Mm-hmm.
Park like that button.
Be back.
I'll show it the camera. So. Back, sort of. We'll show you something we found.
Yeah, I like
Kind of a good find. Something we can use. So let me see for a second, Malachi.
Hello.
I feel like a tingle dance. You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
So we got a blue microphone for podcasting or streaming. Snowball. It's got 3 different positions for the different types of mics that you would use. Has the stand and everything. $10. That's a good buy. And then he just threw back the other thing because he didn't listen to me. So found some Rogue One
Put 'em
figures, brand new in the box. It's a 4-pack. Star Wars
Grab the
Rogue One.
figures since you threw them back there so rudely. There's a bin back there that I put back there. Why don't you put everything in the bin so it doesn't get roll around?
Where is it?
On the
Right
right
about
hand
now.
side.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Okay,
where's
never
the Star
mind.
Wars figures?
We're driving. Malachi, if I tell you I want to show something, it means what you have in your hands.
Okay. I just thought you meant the microphone.
This kid.
Selective hearing at that age.
You
always had
said
selective hearing.
you wanted to show it.
Yeah, what you had in your hands.
I thought you meant
You
the
thought wrong,
microphone.
didn't you? Shame on you.
On you.
Oh, by the way, I was mortally wounded by my son yesterday.
No.
Yeah. He was roughhousing, and my hand got lodged underneath of him as he decided to slowly drag himself across me. And when he did, my thumb got got pulled under his rib cage and pulled to the point where I thought it broke. It made me scream, and it is very, very sore. He didn't do it on purpose, but I'm not gonna let him live it down.
Fast, so it was not.
Whatever. It went time.
Dad already called it.
Time went slow for me because it was excruciating because all of your weight was on my thumb.
She just called us slow bugger, sorry.
Because she didn't hear you call him call it.
He's right though. That's how the rules usually go.
I didn't know you called it.
That's what the rules are. We just went back to the regular rules. If you call something somebody else called, it doesn't matter if you didn't know that or not. You gotta pay attention.
Not if she didn't hear you.
What?
Nothing. She called it twice. I just don't think she heard you.
That's the game. If you don't hear somebody call it, you call it. Well, guess what? You gotta be on your toes. Anyway, on to the next one. They blow dirt at her car. Thanks, guys.
You've been here before.
No way.
You went to that quick trip.
No way. No, my hand really hurts today.
You were saying this morning.
But now I'm using it. Last night it really started to hurt. And all I was doing was holding the mouse. It was just laying on the mouse and it really started to hurt. I told him when he's 30 and I have arthritis in that thumb, I'll make sure to remind him of why I have that.
And I would laugh, and then I would go, oh, like I did yesterday.
Yeah, he had no compassion for the fact that he mortally wounded me. He just said, "Aww." It literally felt like my thumb had gone all the way backwards and popped, like it broke. That's what it felt like. I think I stressed a tendon in there is what's happened.
Stress?
Yeah, I don't think it snapped it or anything, but it might have pulled it a little bit tighter than it should. Because it's not supposed to go in that direction.
Are you sure about that?
You tried and it didn't work.
It worked.
It stopped at some point because I had to push you off me.
I got off myself because that really hurt.
Yeah. My thumb was underneath his ribs when this happened.
Like completely underneath. And it only stopped because you pushed me off.
Yep. Because you weren't taking the hint that it hurt really bad.
Well, you didn't scream until you pushed me off.
Yeah, because that's when the full impact was obvious. That you almost broke my thumb in half.
You can't hurt it. Never mind.
can't break a thumb in half. I bet you could.
You gonna find out?
Never mind.
Oh. All right, back to the street for you.
Yay! I like the street. You get to walk on
Okay.
Okay.
Apparently, he thinks everything is said is about him. Sail
it. Where?
there.
Hey Malachi, you need to refill your medicine tonight.
You do.
I know.
You also need to pick up that pigsty you've got going in there.
Need shelves there.
That
No,
ain't an
those are
excuse.
closed.
And Pokemon cards everywhere.
I can fix that easily.
Hey, and you need to start bringing your pill with you during the day we're out too.
It's in my pocket.
Is it really? Good job. Did you ever take it yesterday?
No.
Yeah. Well, just take it time today,
He's
kid.
trying to. He got it today.
Did you take it this morning?
Yes, because I told Chris that I had to wait to go for poop. The dogs could have been. Because I had to
I
take
don't know why
my
they're
tail.
being so bad. It's all over the place again. You start spanking them. I don't know why they're being lazy. It's Rain and Bailey.
Because they're fighting as to who can poop the most in the house. For attention. That's what it is. I think even with dogs, negative attention's attention.
And they're both the neediest of them.
Yep.
She can't laugh to herself. She has to report back to you.
Yes. Yes, she
You're
does.
awful needy.
I asked a question.
Don't say that. He'll start pooping on the floor too.
Please don't.
I will.
You start pooping on the floor, I'm gonna rub your face in it.
Why don't we do that to the dog?
Because we don't catch them doing it.
Yeah, you're only supposed to do it if you see them, but
They won't understand. Which makes it slightly frustrating because they keep doing it.
yeah, they're doing it when we can't see them.
At night. We just need to make a straight path right to the outside.
They
How much
have
more
the
do they
ability
need?
to go directly outside. They go through the door, and then they're outside. What else do they need?
I don't know, you could ask them.
Just saying. That's all they gotta do. Go through the door, and through the door, and they're outside.
I don't know if there's anything here, but it's a popular sale. So we'll check it out.
There's a truck coming, Peyton.
Since they didn't even bother to pull all the way in.
Wait for the truck.
Okay.
Not you, her.
The doors are still locked.
Oh, well, I'll tell you
Yeah,
about that.
Chris, I'm on the door.
In the parking.
the bathroom soon.
Don't do it on the floor.
I'm just telling you. I didn't know if I can. It's going right through me. We're back.
Nada. Nothing there. So I have been informed we have to take a potty break eventually.
Yes, please.
I need to get some more water. More stuff.
You know, it's even hard to hold this cup now. Last night I had a hard time picking it up.
He really did.
Yes, we're gonna have to save that.
Tough titties.
Aww. Jinx.
Have a good chew. Stop, Jinx.
So I guess they're gonna close down this library.
Okay, so.
Not this year, though.
Yeah.
This one and Evergreen are the two that are getting cut.
Wait,
I was
that's
like
But
that one.
not this year.
Well,
I thought it was,
Maybe it isn't that
it's
one.
not this one. No, it's the one over by, Southside.
Oh, okay. All right.
Whatever that one's called.
And so I know that one was used pretty heavily. Evergreen is over in Plainfield, isn't it? Oh, Evergreen's there on public.
Evergreen's right there at 25th and Arkansas.
Oh. Oh, that one. It's kind of surprising too.
We go to the Evergreen Library.
They're keeping it open this year, but they said that next year it's on the chopping block again. What is the name of that library? It's off of, right by Harry. Well, not Harry. Linwood? Where, that area. That library is the
Huh.
only one's getting cut, I think.
There's that. That's my grandparents' house right there at the left corner. Spent my entire childhood there,
That yellow
and I
house.
lived there after my granddad passed away for a couple of years. Whoever buys that house has got a really bad foundation issue to deal with. I can tell you that. I had it priced out to find out how much it was going to be to fix it, and $2,000 more than that. So
That's ridiculous, though, in general.
it had a huge buckling going on. That microphone will be very nice for podcasting and interviewing type stuff. That's good. $10 is worth it.
Wichita Police Department's doing a lip sync video.
A lip sync video?
Because that's the new challenge that's out, where the police departments are doing lip sync videos
Okay.
to get them as a combination, whatever. They're doing it at Friends University. They invited the community groups of children to show up for the video shoot.
golf course beside us here in the middle of a low-income area. Never quite understood it. My opinion on golf courses is not very high. It's kind of a waste of space. Could be used in this area to improve it, but instead it's fenced off and used for rich people. And I believe in George Carlin, what he had to say about golf courses, and I absolutely agree. That in order to maintain that golf course to stay green for people to run around and chase a ball costs the community a lot of money every year. And I understand they think it's an elitist sport, but I'm sorry. It's kind of ridiculous, especially when you put it in a low-income area where the people in the area can't even use it because they can't afford it. So there should be one right around here. There it is. Okay. Alrighty. Hard to tell. Goes back a ways. We'll go check it out real quick.
There's a feel better balloon.
Oh, what?
A feel better balloon.
Okay.
And you're a baboon.
Nothing of importance. Mostly clothing sale.
What is in your door?
This thing. My phone.
Every time you shut it, you shut it, I hear it clatter funny.
Well, I was gonna go down through here, but I guess I'm not gonna do that.
Making a mess, apparently.
9th Street is kind of a, at least in this area, 9th and Hillside, it's kind of a pretty storied area, meaning that there are a lot of gang violence and stuff. 9th and Grove is where, in the 90s, there was a lot of homicides, and it looks like they're working on the gentrification. It's just crazy. Nice to fix up neighborhoods, but don't steal its characteristics. I'm not saying that I want to see murders and stuff, but try to make it match the people. And because they've done this on 21st Street, and it did not go very well. I know that the people in that area just feel like they were just kind of given what other people wanted. So I don't know. Find some video games today. Where's the video games at? got a bunch of credit at GameStop I'll use today. Bring some new stuff in. As long as I got their sale still going. Okay. Not sure why that happened.
I do not know.
What's that? Oh yeah, it is. Tricky area to move around in here. So, no, never mind. I can go behind this. Oh, this is this. They're making a storage container retail area or something.
Mm-hmm.
Taking the storage containers and making little micro restaurants and stuff out of it. That's kind of neat. Chicago, down by the river, they've got storage bins that they've made into little pop-up bars along the river down by the boat area. That's kind of neat.
Forgot that we're going in there.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. Isn't one of them open already? Didn't you tell me?
It was supposed to be opening soon.
Oh, it's the front place here. Little Lion Cafe.
We're gonna have to go home
Yeah, we'll check it out.
They own the actual building,
Gotcha.
not
Yeah.
those.
All right, so we've got an interesting looking possible garage sale here. So don't know what all is here, but it's a fundraiser. Fundraisers are sometimes good, and you know, you can feel good because you're helping them out. Good for the good stuff. Narrow streets here. I hate this. How am I gonna get this parking right? I think I'll have to park in front of them.
You're still at truck spot.
Yeah, I guess I gotta do that. I'll just park in front of them. I'm on the right side. This is the HOAMC fundraiser, whatever that is. So we'll go check it out. Hopefully we'll find some good stuff.